It's easy to look at others and believe that success is something reserved for a select few. To think that there's some magic formula, some set of circumstances, some secret pathway that only the chosen ones walk. But here's the truth. Success isn't a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It's a series of decisions that lead you toward greatness, and those decisions are yours to make. Success is not for the lucky. It's for the persistent, the resilient, and the determined. And here's something powerful you may not realize right now. You're closer to success than you think. You've already made the decision to become more, to rise above, and to build a life worth living. But what does that success look like for you? How do you know if you're truly on the path? What are the signs that success is already knocking at your door? Let's talk about 6 undeniable signs that you're closer to success than you've ever thought possible. These signs are not just things that happen by accident. They are signals, clues, reminders that you're already headed in the right direction. The fact that you're reading this is a sign in itself because you are choosing to engage, to learn, to grow. 1. You embrace challenges like opportunities. The first sign you are closer to success than you thought is this. You no longer shy away from challenges. You see them for what they really are, not obstacles, not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth, for learning, and for transformation. When you choose to confront challenges with a mindset of growth, you shift your entire perspective. What once felt like a mountain is now an opportunity to elevate yourself, to get better, to stretch your capabilities. When you're moving toward success, you stop fearing challenges and start embracing them. You begin to understand that the difficulties you face today are the building blocks of the life you will have tomorrow. Every challenge you conquer is a victory, every setback a lesson. Success doesn't belong to the ones who avoid challenges, it belongs to those who rise above them. If you've stopped running from challenges and started facing them head on, you're closer to success than you think. 2. You've learned the power of discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It's powerful in the moment, but it fades when the excitement of a new goal wears off. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when everything is falling into place. But true success doesn't depend on motivation, it depends on discipline. Discipline is the muscle you build when the passion fades and the work becomes hard. It's the ability to keep moving, even when you don't feel like it. It's the commitment to showing up day after day, knowing that your consistent efforts will add up over time. When you have learned the power of discipline, when you've learned that success is built on the small, everyday actions, not the bursts of energy from motivation, you've unlocked one of the most powerful forces that will carry you to success. And if you've developed the habit of self-discipline, you're already ahead of the game. If you find yourself working steadily toward your goals, even on days when motivation is low, you're closer to success than you think. 3. You're no longer afraid of failure. You're learning from it. Another sign that success is near is your relationship with failure. In the past, maybe you feared failure. Maybe you saw it as a sign that you weren't good enough, that you weren't cut out for success. But now, you've realized that failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Failure is not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of your willingness to learn, to grow, and to keep moving forward. When you stop seeing failure as the end of the road and start seeing it as part of the process, something incredible happens. You free yourself from the chains of perfectionism. You stop fearing mistakes and start seeing them as valuable feedback. You understand that every time you fail, you're one step closer to success. If you've stopped seeing failure as a threat and started using it as a tool for growth, you're closer to success than you think. 4. You're willing to sacrifice in the short term for long-term gains. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of countless small sacrifices that compound over time. Whether it's sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term progress, choosing delayed gratification over instant rewards, or putting in the hours now for a future payoff. You understand that success requires sacrifice. When you understand the value of investing in your future, when you can look beyond immediate comfort and see the bigger picture, you are aligning yourself with success. You no longer seek shortcuts. You understand that every sacrifice you make today is an investment in the life you want to create tomorrow. If you're willing to sacrifice what's comfortable today for what's meaningful tomorrow, you're closer to success than you think. 5. You have a vision for your life and you're taking action toward it every day. Success doesn't happen without a clear vision. Without a vision, you're like a ship adrift at sea, being pushed around by the waves with no clear destination. But when you have a vision, a deep, compelling picture of where you want to go, you are driven by purpose. Having a vision isn't enough, though. It's your ability to take consistent action toward that vision that sets you apart. If you are waking up every day with a sense of purpose, with clear goals, and a plan for how to get there, you are building the life you want. When you live with intention and purpose, you're aligning every action with your vision. If you have a clear vision for your life, and you are actively working toward it every single day, you're closer to success than you think. 6, you are consistently improving your mindset and skill set. One of the most powerful signs that success is near is this: you are continuously improving yourself. You understand that to grow, you must invest in your personal development. You are committed to learning, to mastering new skills, and to cultivating the right mindset. You know that your ability to succeed isn't just about what you know right now, it's about your willingness to learn and adapt. As you improve your skills and expand your knowledge, you are becoming the person capable of handling the level of success you desire. Success requires growth, and if you're dedicated to improving yourself every day, whether through reading, learning new skills, or developing your emotional resilience, you are already on the path. If you are continually working on improving your mindset and your skill set, you are closer to success than you think. You may not realize it now, but you've already made significant progress. Success isn't a single event that happens overnight. It's a journey, a series of decisions, actions, and rituals that over time build the life you desire. And the signs are clear. You are closer than you think. If you've embraced challenges as opportunities, if you've learned the power of discipline, if you've stopped fearing failure and are using it to fuel your growth, you are closer to success than most people will ever be. If you're willing to sacrifice in the short term for long-term gains, if you have a clear vision and are taking action every day toward it, and if you are consistently improving your mind and skills, you are already living the success you've envisioned. Success isn't for the lucky, it's for those who show up, who persist, who grow, and that's what you're doing. You're closer than you think, and every step you take is bringing you closer to the life you were meant to live. So, keep going. Keep embracing the rituals that shape your future. Keep challenging yourself. Keep learning, growing, and improving. Because success isn't just a destination, it's a journey, and you're already on the path. As you continue on this path, it's important to remember one crucial truth. Success is not defined by the destination. It is defined by the person you become in the process. The growth you're experiencing right now, every challenge you face, every new skill you master, every bit of wisdom you acquire is shaping you into the person who will achieve what you've always dreamed of. There will be days when it feels like progress is slow, when the weight of your dreams seems too heavy to carry. But let me tell you this, even on the days when it feels like nothing is happening, you are still moving forward. Success is built on consistency, not perfection. It's built on the simple act of showing up day after day with the intention to improve and to grow. Trust the process. The work you're doing right now may not always yield immediate results, but every step you take is a seed planted. And over time, that seed will grow into something incredible. Think of the great trees in the world, how long it takes for a sapling to mature into a towering oak. But every day, that tree is growing, stretching its roots deeper, reaching higher, and becoming more resilient with each passing season. The same is true for you. The progress might not always be visible to the naked eye, but every effort you make, every ounce of energy you put toward your goals, is deepening your roots and extending your reach. And let me remind you, you are not alone on this journey. Every successful person you admire, every one of them has walked a path of self-doubt, of failure, of uncertainty. They've all faced moments when they questioned if it was worth it. But the difference is, they kept going. They stayed the course. You have that same strength. You have that same resilience. It is not a matter of if you will reach your goals, it is a matter of when. The only thing that will stop you from achieving success is if you decide to quit. And I know you won't quit. You've already proven that by being here, by dedicating yourself to your growth, by being willing to listen, learn, and take action. So keep going. Every day is an opportunity to be better than you were yesterday. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your ultimate success. You are building the life you want, brick by brick, with every ritual you practice, with every choice you make. You are closer than you think. Every challenge you face, every setback you encounter, is just another part of your journey. It is leading you to the person you are becoming, a person who is capable of achieving greatness. Remember, success is not just about reaching the top of the mountain. It's about who you become along the way. And the person you are becoming is someone who is unstoppable, who is destined for success. You are already on the path, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Keep showing up. Keep putting in the work. Keep trusting the process, because success is inevitable and it's waiting for you. So let's take one final step forward together. The world is yours. You've already started the journey, and you have everything you need to create the life you desire. Keep going. You are closer to success than you think. As you continue this journey, take a moment to pause and reflect on how far you've come. Sometimes we get so focused on the distance ahead, we forget to acknowledge the progress we've already made. Every small victory, every day of persistence, every habit you've adopted, these are all signs of your growth. You are not where you were yesterday. You are evolving. And with every passing day, you're getting closer to the person you are meant to become. Don't rush the process. The world around you may be moving at a fast pace, but you are building something much deeper than just external success. You're crafting the foundation for a life that will stand the test of time. What you are building right now, your mindset, your character, your resilience, will last far longer than any material gain. It will become the legacy you leave behind. And remember this, success is not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. It's about the daily act of choosing to rise, to take action, to be better than you were yesterday. The path to success is paved by your decisions, your choices, and your willingness to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough. As you move forward, embrace each step with confidence. Know that you are on the right path, and every effort you make is getting you closer to your goals. You are building momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. It carries you when things seem uncertain. It lifts you when you feel like giving up. Momentum is the result of consistently showing up, of doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. In those moments when doubt creeps in, when the road ahead seems unclear, remember this. You are already closer to success than you think. You have already done the hard work. The foundation you've built with your daily rituals, your mindset, your discipline, and your actions is solid and growing stronger every day. Success is no longer a matter of if, but when. So, don't stop now. You're standing at the threshold of something incredible. The life you've always dreamed of is within your reach. And all it takes is your continued commitment to showing up, to learning, to growing, and to taking action every single day. There is no one else who can walk this path for you, but you and you are more than capable of creating the future you desire. You have already started building that future. Each small action you take, every decision to rise above challenges, every ritual that aligns you with your goals, is bringing you closer to the life you've always wanted. You are not just dreaming about success, you are becoming it. And finally, remember this. Success is yours for the taking, but only if you choose to keep going. Keep pushing, keep growing, and keep trusting that every step you take is leading you to the life you are meant to live. You are closer than you think. Success is already on the horizon, and it is waiting for you to step into your greatness. The world is waiting for you to claim what is already yours. Now, go. Take the next step. You are ready, you are capable, and the future you've dreamed of begins right now. This is your moment. Right now, as you breathe in, you are standing at the edge of something extraordinary. The path you've been walking, though difficult at times, has already led you to this point. And from here, you have the power to keep going. Success is not a straight line. It's not a clear-cut path that will be handed to you with ease. It's forged in the fires of effort, persistence, and, yes, failure. The secret is to keep moving, keep pushing, and keep believing, even when things are uncertain. You are closer than you think. Don't ever underestimate the power of consistency. It's not the big, bold moves that will define your success. It's the small, daily actions that compound over time. Every morning you wake up with purpose. Every hour you dedicate to your vision. Every time you push past doubt, you are solidifying your future. Success is not just the achievement. It is the process of becoming who you need to be to achieve that success. You are already becoming that person. Every decision you make, every habit you cultivate, every ritual you practice is shaping your destiny. Your growth is undeniable. The momentum is already building. What is amazing about success is that it sneaks up on you. At times, you might feel like you're not progressing as quickly as you'd like. You might question your progress or wonder if it's worth it. But then one day you look up and you realize you've made it farther than you thought. What seemed impossible is now within reach, and it was all because of the small steps you took day after day. So, do not be afraid of the slow moments. Do not fear the times when you're uncertain or when the path is unclear. Know that your persistence is shaping the person who will achieve every dream you've ever had. You are already living the life you are meant to live because you have decided to take control. Every morning, you wake up with a purpose. Every day, you choose to take action. And every moment you focus on your goals, you move closer to the person you are becoming. The life you dream of isn't far away. It's being created in the decisions you make, in the moments you embrace. Look at your life right now. Look at how much you've already accomplished. You've faced challenges that once seemed impossible and have come out the other side stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. You've already proven to yourself that you have what it takes. So, now is the time to claim your victory. You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to wait for the right time. The right time is now. Success is not a distant dream. It's already unfolding before you. You are the one who gets to decide how this story ends, and you are writing it with every action you take. You are already closer than you think. The person you are becoming is already starting to shine through, and the success you've been working for is already on its way. The future is yours to shape, and it begins today. You are ready. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness, and you have everything you need to do just that. Take one more step, keep moving forward, and know that success is already yours. The finish line is in sight, and your journey has only just begun. Now go and make it happen. The world is waiting for you to claim it. As you stand on the brink of this extraordinary transformation, feel the power within you. The journey you have embarked on despite its challenges is shaping you into the person who will not only achieve success, but will thrive in it. The momentum is building, and now, more than ever, you must believe in your power to create the life you desire. You have already done the hardest part. You've chosen to begin. You've made the commitment to move forward, to take control of your mind, your mood, and your actions. Success is not a destination. It's a process. The process of consistently choosing to rise above the noise, of pushing through discomfort, and of making the small, disciplined actions each day that add up to something great. Now, more than ever, you must remain focused on the bigger picture. Your vision is powerful. It will carry you through moments of doubt and uncertainty. Keep that vision alive. Keep it at the forefront of your mind, because that vision is what will drive you forward when the road gets tough. There will be moments when you feel discouraged, when it seems like everything is falling apart. But remember, this is just part of the process. In fact, it's a sign that you are getting closer to your breakthrough. The obstacles you face now are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones that are helping you grow into the person capable of achieving your dreams. You are building strength, resilience, and wisdom with every challenge you face. As you continue this journey, remember that consistency is your greatest ally. It's the small, daily actions that create the most profound results. Success doesn't come from the big, flashy moments. It comes from the quiet moments when you choose to do what needs to be done, even when no one is watching. Every time you choose to show up, to do the work, to push through, you are building the foundation for your success. Stay consistent and trust the process. When you keep taking small steps each day, even when you don't see immediate results, you build momentum. And momentum is unstoppable. It will carry you forward when the going gets tough. It will make success inevitable. And as you continue to put in the work, you will realize one day that you've already arrived. The future is within your reach, but it requires you to show up every day, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You are building a life with purpose. You are becoming the person you need to be to achieve everything you desire. You don't have to wait for some magical moment to arrive. The time is now. Your future is created by your decisions today, by the actions you take, and by the mindset you choose to carry with you. The world is full of opportunities waiting for those who are ready to seize them, and you are ready. Your future is already in the making. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Keep your focus, stay consistent, and trust in the process. You are on the right path, and each day brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Success is yours. It has always been waiting for you. And as you continue to show up, as you continue to give your best, you will see that success will no longer be something you chase. It will become something that naturally flows to you. Now, go. Keep pushing forward. The world is waiting for you, and you are ready to rise. Step into your greatness. As you continue this journey, recognize that every step you take is shaping your future. Success isn't some far-off event that you reach after a single dramatic leap. It's created in the quiet, consistent decisions you make every day. The small choices you make, moment by moment, will stack up and eventually transform your life in ways you can't yet fully imagine. This isn't a race, it's a marathon. The journey requires patience and trust in yourself and the process. There is no rush. The work you're doing now will echo for years to come, and each ritual you commit to brings you closer to the person who can truly sustain success. The success you want won't be a quick fix or a one-time accomplishment. It will be a life you've earned, built through effort, intention, and consistency. As you walk forward, never underestimate the power of your persistence. Success is often seen as a result of talent, luck, or timing, but those who consistently succeed have one thing in common. They never gave up. When others doubted, when things were tough, they pressed on. They held the vision of what was possible, even when they couldn't yet see the path. They trusted that their hard work would pay off, even if they didn't see immediate results. You've already proven your commitment, your consistency, your focus, your ability to show up, even when it's difficult, is already the foundation of your success. Even when it feels like you're not making progress, even when the results aren't yet tangible, remember that every step is progress. Every day, every action is building the person you need to be. There will be times, in the middle of the journey, where it seems like the path ahead is unclear. That's when your faith in yourself, your trust in the process, will be the most important. Success is not a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. But every bump, every detour, every failure is just part of the growth process. It is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for the success that will come. And when you persist through the toughest moments, you'll realize that they weren't obstacles at all. They were opportunities to expand your capacity for success. Remember, it's not about where you are right now, it's about where you're going. You may not be able to see the finish line, but you can see the next step. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You are moving forward, and that is enough. Every time you show up, every time you face a challenge head-on, you are one step closer to the success you deserve. You are no longer waiting for success to come to you. You are actively creating it. And as you continue to show up with belief, with purpose, and with unshakable consistency, the life you want will naturally begin to unfold. You're not just building success, you're building a legacy. The way you approach each day, each task, and each challenge shapes the legacy you will leave behind. And when you stay committed to your goals, stay aligned with your vision, and remain consistent in your efforts, your legacy will be one of perseverance, courage, and strength. So, don't let the fear of failure or uncertainty hold you back. Know that every challenge is just an opportunity to refine yourself. Every difficulty is just a sign that you're getting stronger, more capable, and closer to your true potential. Trust the journey. Trust yourself. The road may be winding, but every turn you take, every step you climb, is bringing you closer to the life you were always meant to live. Now, take that next step with confidence. You've already done the hard work. You've already proven that you have what it takes. And your success is no longer just a possibility, it's inevitable. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep growing. The world is waiting for the person you're becoming. You are closer to your dreams than you think. Success is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that when is right now. The future you've always dreamed of is waiting for you to step into it. So, go ahead, step forward, rise to the challenge, and claim the life that's already yours. Chat GPT da noi. This is your moment. You've come a long way, and now nothing can stop you from reaching the heights you've always dreamed of. Remember that success isn't a destination, it's the journey you walk through. You are already creating the life you've always desired, step by step, with every small habit, every decision made with persistence. This life is yours to claim. No one can take this path for you. No one can walk this road but you. You are the only one who can write your own story. And that story is being written by the actions you take every single day, with unwavering commitment and steadfast determination. As you move forward, don't forget to look back on how far you've come. You've grown, you've learned, and you've become a stronger version of yourself. Success is a journey, and you've truly begun it. Be proud of the steps you've taken, of the challenges you've overcome, and of the dreams that are beginning to unfold before you. The world is waiting for you. Never doubt your ability. Never doubt your potential, because you are closer to success than ever before. This is your time. Step forward and claim everything you deserve, because you are the one who controls your life, and you are ready for success. There's a moment in every person's life, a quiet, haunting moment when the soul whispers, you were made for more. Not more possessions, not more praise, but more power, more purpose, more precision. And in that moment, you're faced with a decision that will shape the rest of your life. Will you rise or will you repeat? Because success doesn't visit the lazy. It doesn't shake hands with the inconsistent. It doesn't reward the man who merely hopes. It rewards the man who builds. Not once, not twice, but daily, with intention, with intensity, with an unyielding commitment to become more. And that commitment? It's not found in luck. It's found in habit. Habits aren't just what you do. They are who you become. They are the invisible architecture of your destiny. They are the repeated agreements you make with your future. They are the rituals that signal to the universe, I'm serious about my evolution. You want to attract success? Then you must become attractive to it, not by changing what you wear, by changing what you repeat. Because success is not seduced by talent. It's seduced by discipline. And the discipline to develop life-shaping, soul-forging, future-creating habits is the great separator. The man who builds habits builds himself. Let's start at the root, the mind. Because nothing changes until your thinking changes. If your thoughts are cluttered, your habits will be chaotic. If your thoughts are small, your habits will shrink with them. So you begin with the sacred ritual of mindset alignment. You train your brain like a warrior sharpens his blade every morning. No skipping. You speak vision. You write goals. You command your focus. Because the mind, left unattended, becomes a playground for weakness. But the mind, trained daily, becomes a weapon of mass creation. So build the habit of mental sovereignty. Read daily. Reflect deeply. Audit relentlessly. Feed your thoughts what fuels your fire, not what numbs your edge. And as your mind clears, belief rises. Because the second habit of success is belief calibration. Most people wait to believe in themselves until the evidence appears. But the ones who win, they believe first. They develop the habit of self-certainty, not because it's easy, but because it's essential. You must speak to yourself like a king preparing for war, not with arrogance, but with authority. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you cast a vote for belief. Every time you say, I'll do it, and you do it, you rewire your identity toward greatness. Build the habit of self-trust. Do what you said, especially when it's hard, especially when no one is watching, because belief is not a gift. It's a byproduct of behavior. And now we turn to clarity, because without it, even the most powerful habits fall apart. Clarity is your compass, your blueprint, your internal GPS, and the habit, reviewing, refining, and repeating your vision daily. You wake up and revisit your why. You revisit your who. You cut the clutter. You simplify. You write it down. You see it in your mind's eye until the fog clears. and the fire lights. Clarity is not a one-time decision. It's a daily discipline. And once clarity sharpens, you step into vision. Vision is the habit of seeing the world not as it is, but as it could be. You must develop the ritual of living from the future you're building, not the past you've survived. Because the future you desire is pulling at you. And the habit of revisiting that future, visualizing it, breathing it in before it's real, makes it inevitable. Most people are pulled by their past, but the man of vision, he is pulled by his destiny. And vision, when paired with purpose, becomes a storm. Purpose isn't discovered, it's decided. And once it's decided, you protect it like your soul depends on it, because it does. And that protection, it looks like habitual alignment. You align your time, your circle, your consumption. You ask yourself every single day, does this align with who I'm becoming? If the answer is no, you cut. No guilt, no delay, no debate. Because purpose is not a feeling, it's a focus. And focus is where discipline is born. Discipline is not about punishment. It's not about perfection. It's about devotion. It is the habit of choosing your future over your feelings. It is the ability to say yes to the uncomfortable because you said yes to your destiny. It is the daily, sacred, non-negotiable commitment to your highest self. Wake early, train fiercely, execute relentlessly. Not because it's easy, but because you're done living at half capacity. And once discipline is in motion, action becomes effortless. Not because it's not hard, but because you've already decided. You've made action who you are, not something you do. You build the habit of movement. You don't think about it, you train it into your nervous system. You don't negotiate with laziness. You override it with action. You don't seek motivation. You build momentum. Because momentum, once built, attracts miracles. And when miracles come, you meet them with gratitude. Because gratitude isn't a feeling, it's a framework. It's the habit of seeing through the lens of abundance, even when your hands are still empty. It's the energy that says, even here, I'm blessed. Even in the waiting, I'm wealthy. Even in the fire, I'm being forged. You write it, speak it, feel it, until the universe opens, because you were already open. And when the world shifts, when things go sideways as they will, you meet it with adaptability. The habit of bending without breaking, the skill of pivoting without panic, the strength of evolving instead of resisting. Because the man who adapts never loses. He learns. And that brings us to the final core habit, learning. Never stop learning. The moment you stop being a student is the moment your life plateaus. Read obsessively, ask questions, stay curious, make growth a lifestyle. Make humility your strength, because the man who attracts success is never finished. He is always becoming, always refining, always rising. And that rise, it's not loud, it's relentless. It's the rise of a man who no longer needs to prove anything, because his habits already prove it for him. He doesn't need to chase opportunities. His habits make him magnetic to them. He doesn't beg for respect. His standards command it. This man, he becomes a force, not overnight, but over time, stacking quiet victories, forging identity in fire, repeating disciplines that no one sees until everything changes. And then they ask, how did you do it? They won't understand the answer, because you can't explain a transformation that was built one habit at a time, in silence, sacrifice, and solitude. You lived the answer. You woke up when it was easier to sleep. You showed up when it was easier to shrink. You focused when it was easier to scroll. You executed when it was easier to excuse. You chose habits over hype, substance over spotlight, discipline over dopamine, and now you are here. A walking example of what happens when a man stops waiting for change and becomes the architect of it. And here's the final truth. Success isn't something you achieve. It's something you attract by who you become. It's not out there. It's within. And the bridge from here to there, from potential to power, from wishing to wielding, it's habit. Habit that sharpens your mind, that builds belief, that creates clarity, that anchors vision, that honors purpose, that demands discipline, that trains action, that breathes gratitude, that flexes adaptability, that fuels lifelong learning. These aren't just habits. They are your spiritual armor, your psychological fortress, your ticket to legacy. So build them, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, because if you can master your habits, you will no longer chase success. You'll simply stand still and watch it come to you. Because success, real, lasting, soul-aligned success, doesn't come to the man who waits. It comes to the man who prepares, the man whose life is a temple of intentional action, the man whose routine is a declaration of identity, the man whose habits say loud and clear, I am no longer hoping, I am creating. That man is rare. That man is dangerous. That man is you if you choose it. And that's the final truth no one tells you. You don't rise because of what you do once. You rise because of what you repeat. Habits are how you vote for your future with every step. They're how you program your nervous system to act in alignment with the man you say you want to become. They are not optional. They are the price. And the man who pays the price, daily, consistently, fiercely, he earns what others pray for. He earns peace not by escaping chaos, but by being unmoved by it. He earns confidence not by faking it, but by earning it in silence. He earns respect not by demanding it, but by living in such a way that it becomes inevitable. So, no more guessing, no more hoping, no more waiting for the stars to align. Build the habits, build the man, and let the man attract the life. Because success is not luck, it is law. And the law is simple. Your life will rise or fall to the level of your habits. So make them sacred, make them sharp, make them unchangeable, and watch how the world begins to shape itself, not around who you were, but around who you decided to become. And that decision, it starts. Right now, this breath, this heartbeat, this moment is not just another second slipping by. It's the opening, the portal, the invitation to stop circling the same mountain of excuses, to stop negotiating with average, to stop watching others live the life you were born to lead. Because your future isn't waiting, it's watching. Watching what you do when nobody's watching. Watching if your rituals reflect your rhetoric. Watching if your habits match your hunger. And that hunger, it has to be daily. Because success is not one decision. It's 1,000 decisions. To wake up early when your body craves sleep. To show up focused when your mind drifts to distractions. To keep moving forward when your emotions whisper, stay small. It's 1,000 tiny battles. And your habits, they are your weapons. Your morning routine is your armor. Your journal is your compass. Your silence is your sharpening stone. Your discipline is your dominance. This isn't about grinding blindly. It's about rising deliberately with habits built not just to win a day, but to craft a destiny. Because make no mistake, you are crafting something. Every habit either builds your future or buries it. Every decision either honors your potential or insults it. So decide not to dabble, not to dip your toe in the water, but to drown your distractions in focus, to suffocate weakness with repetition, to bury doubt beneath the bricks of consistency. You don't need to do it all today. You just need to build one unbreakable habit at a time. 1 hour, one breath, one ritual, stacked, repeated, locked in. And one day, without warning, you'll wake up and realize that success didn't come all at once. It came because you refused to break your rhythm. That rhythm is your power. And once it's yours, truly yours, you don't chase the life you want. You live it not as an accident, not as a fluke, but as a byproduct of everything you've built in silence. No fanfare, no audience, just repetition, just devotion, just becoming. Because that's the truth no one sells you. Success isn't some epic leap. It's 1,000 quiet steps in the dark. It's the water you drink instead of the soda. It's the reps you do when no one's counting. It's the reading you finish when the world is scrolling. It's the decisions you make when no one's watching. The ones that shout into the universe, I am serious about who I'm becoming. And when you're serious, the world responds. Opportunities shift. People take notice. Doors begin to open not by accident, but by alignment. Because you're no longer just hoping to attract success. You've become magnetic to it. Your habits created gravity. And that gravity, it pulls everything that matches your new frequency. Money starts to flow because your value is undeniable. Respect starts to follow because your consistency is rare. Peace begins to anchor you because your habits are stable, unshaken by noise. And best of all, you stop feeling like an imposter in your own life. Because now you're not pretending to be a disciplined, focused, purposeful man. You are him, not someday. Now, you've earned it. through repetition, through rituals, through the daily sacred process of not backing down from who you're meant to be. This is the shift. This is the awakening. Not a spark, but a furnace lit by habit, fueled by decision, sealed by commitment. And once it's lit, nothing can put it out. Nothing can put it out because it's not just fire anymore. It's identity. It's who you are now. You are no longer a man reaching for success. You are a man living from it. Not because you have everything, but because you've become the type of man who creates anything. That's the power of habit. It doesn't just change your schedule. It transforms your spirit. It re-engineers your standards. It reprograms your emotional DNA until even your worst day is still miles ahead of who you used to be. Because now failure isn't final. It's feedback. Delays aren't defeat. They're discipline. And resistance isn't your enemy. It's your training partner. Every struggle now sharpens you. Every obstacle now honors you. Every challenge is fuel for the machine you've built. A machine made of unshakable routines, forged through fire, engineered by intention. You're not just motivated anymore. You're structured. And that structure, that's your freedom. Because men without structure drift. Men with structure dominate. They don't need to ask what to do. They already did it. They don't need permission to grow. They wake up building. They don't wait to feel ready because readiness is a result, not a requirement. And now your life reflects that. You walk different. You speak with weight. You carry silence like a sword. Not loud, not desperate, just anchored. Because every day, your habits remind you. You didn't get here by chance. You built this, brick by brick, decision by decision, moment by sacred moment. And now, you don't chase life anymore. You lead it not from ego, but from essence. Because the man you've become doesn't need to announce his power. It's felt in his presence, in his stillness, in the quiet fire behind his eyes. This is what happens when you live by habit, not hype. When you choose systems over emotion, when your routines are so locked in, the world could collapse, and you'd still rise at 5 a.m. Train your body, build your empire, sharpen your mind, and walk with honor. You've become consistent in a world addicted to chaos, disciplined in a culture obsessed with dopamine, grounded while others drift. You are rare, and the rare are remembered. Because the man who lives by unbreakable habits becomes unforgettable. Not for what he says, but for what he does, consistently. Not for how he starts, but for how he shows up when it's hard. And now, people will wonder how you built what you built, how you move the way you move, how you became this man. They'll want the secret, the formula, the shortcut. But there isn't one. There's just the truth. You stopped waiting. You started building. You didn't wait for motivation. You trained your mind to move without it. And every habit, every decision, every standard was a vote cast for the man you are now. This is your legacy, not the things you achieve, but the identity you protect. Because when all is said and done, what people will remember is not what you had, but how you lived. And you lived with fire, with purpose, with a code written in habits so sharp, they carved destiny from dust. So keep building, keep showing up, keep walking like a man who knows. Success isn't found, it's forged. And you have become the forge. The forge, that sacred place where pressure isn't avoided, it's welcomed. Where heat isn't feared, it's used. Where the old is melted down to make room for the unbreakable. That's who you are now. You're not chasing strength. You're becoming steel. You're not hoping for change. You are the catalyst. You're not trying to be consistent. You embody it. And when you live this way, when your habits are no longer fragile, but foundational, you become something even greater than successful. You become sovereign, not over others, over yourself. Your time is yours. Your energy is yours. Your focus is yours. Your future is not some vague hope, it's a clear design. And the blueprint? It's etched into your habits. You eat to fuel. You read to grow. You train to strengthen. You build to serve. You sleep with peace. You rise with fire. Not sometimes, not when it's convenient, daily. Because every day, the world hands you a question. Are you still serious? And your habits answer, absolutely. No noise, no debate, just results, just rhythm, just a man living in full alignment with the life he once only dreamed of. And now, your life speaks, not with volume, but with vibration. People feel your consistency. They feel your presence. They feel your certainty, not the kind you fake, but the kind you earn. And in that certainty, in that discipline, in that structure, you've done more than attract success. You've become it, not in theory, but in embodiment, not in moments, but in every movement. It lives in your posture. It pulses in your decisions. It radiates from the way you show up calm, sharp, relentless. Because now, there is no separation between who you say you are and what you consistently do. You've closed the gap, closed the distance between desire and discipline, closed the space between dreams and doing. You don't need more time. You've already become timeless. Because while others chase results, you chased rituals. And those rituals, those sacred, non-negotiable habits, they built a man no circumstance can break. You don't crumble under pressure. You compound it into purpose. You don't panic in storms. You stand as the storm, and the deeper you go, the clearer it becomes. You were never meant to live a life of average. You were meant to live a life of alignment. And alignment isn't a feeling. It's a practice, a daily return to the truth, a daily recommitment to the process, a daily remembrance that this isn't just about you. It's about the man your children will look to, the man your family will rely on, the man your community will feel when he walks into a room. Because the man of habits, he becomes legendary, not for what he has, but for what he stands for. He becomes the one they quote, the one they watch, the one they follow, not because he asked, but because his consistency was so rare, so unwavering, so real, they couldn't not follow. So keep going, keep rising, keep forging, because the habits you live today, they're not just building success, they're building immortality.